Some would say that Total Recall is one of the greatest science fiction movies of all time, especially of the 90s. And that movie was rated R. So who really wants to see it all over again, remade in PG-13? I really had no hopes for this film. I had liked Len Wiseman's previous movie, Die Hard 4, or Live Free and Die Hard, and I didn't have any high hopes for that one as well because I was really worried that they were going to take a franchise that was mainly R-rated. The first three films were R-rated, and when the rating came out for Live Free and Die Hard, it was PG-13. I don't know what to say. I was really upset. It was just a series that I'd really grown to love, and I wanted them to stay true to that series. So going into seeing that film, I didn't have a lot of excitement for it. And when I came out of Live Free and Die Hard, I was like, wow, they really pulled it off. They made a great John McClane film, or Len Wiseman, this guy who had been known for making these underworld movies that I found to be utterly boring. And he really made a good action film. He definitely turned John McClane into the ultimate superhero. But it was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of great action. I was like, this Len Wiseman guy seems like he has a lot of promise. And I'm really looking forward to see where his career goes. Can he get away from the underworld movies and go on and make some movies that are more memorable? Now going back to this new Total Recall, which is directed by Len Wiseman, I don't know if I really cared because I hadn't seen Total Recall, the Arnold Schwarzenegger version, in a very long time. Probably more than 15 years since I've seen that film. I'm really interested to go back and watch it. But I remember that being really fun and violent, kind of sexy and over the top. A lot of great visuals. I mean, it changed the game in 1990. They decided, we're not going to nominate a bunch of people for best visual effects. We're just going to give it to Total Recall. And I don't know if they've done that before in the past or since then, but I'm really curious to see how well it holds up. But I didn't ever really want a remake. I wasn't really like, oh, I can't wait for the Total Recall remake to come. I can't wait. I like that it's Jessica Biel and Kate Beckinsale and Colin Farrell. I like these actors. I think they're really good actors and actresses. And I know Bryan Cranston's in this film. I wasn't really that pumped up for this movie. And then when the rating came out, it even killed it for me, was that it was going to be PG-13. But it didn't say it was going to be 3D, so that was something cool. And this trailer, I only saw this trailer a couple times in the theater. It wasn't hammered in our head, but I remember the visuals being really quite stunning. So, walking into this movie today, I kept all my expectations really, really low. And maybe that helped my experience a lot, because I enjoyed the hell out of this film. I might be alone on this, I might get some hate for this, and I welcome that. It's okay, everybody has their opinion. But I enjoyed this movie a lot. I think the direction is amazing. The fight sequences, the special effects, the practical effects, everything ties in really, really well. This movie has a weird, interesting start, and then once he goes into the recall, the movie just ignites with excitement. And that's all I really wanted. It would be nice to get a story, some characters to believe in, and, all that great, and some cool dialogue. I don't need, Quentin Tarantino dialogue, but I wouldn't mind some sort of dialogue to make me care about these characters. And this film has some of the greatest visuals I've seen this year, and I think a lot of people are going to be worried, like I was, that this is just a remake. It's coming out in August. Usually August is not a good time for the summer because we just had a great month with the Batman movie. Now it's August and, kind of the summer's winding down. But I think this is one of the coolest summer movies I've seen this year. It's got a lot of great action, as I said before. It's got a lot of great visuals. I mean, the production design is gorgeous. I have a feeling that the Oscars is going to shun this film. I just have this feeling, but the visuals are very, very stunning. It does at times look a little bit like Blade Runner. I believe the movie comes from a story by Philip K. Dick, who also wrote a short story that became the Blade Runner film. I hope I'm right about that. I'll have to go back and check. This film has just so much going for it. There are actions in a car. There's a car sequence that's gorgeous. There's an elevator sequence that is a fight sequence in an elevator that I just fell in love with. There's this great, I don't want to give too much away, but there's this thing that transports all these humans from one side of the world to another side of the world, and that thing was really unique in how they did that, all this gravity stuff, and I don't know if the science is all real and if it all makes sense, but I didn't care. I mean, a pig could have flied on the screen halfway through the movie, and I still would have bought what was going on. It was so much fun, and I think Colin Farrell does a really good job. Everybody seems to do a good enough job to get me to care about the characters, and I believe the situation is unfolding in front of my eyes. I don't know what's real and what's not, and that's kind of cool. I love the fact that we're not given anything that's clear. We don't know if what we're watching on screen is real or not. I also really enjoy all the little nods or tips of the hat to the original film, Total Recall. Yes, there is a scene with a woman and she's doing something, and if you've seen the original film, you know what I'm talking about. And there is a really great fight sequence between Kate Beckinsale and Colin Firth. There's a really great fight sequence between There's a really great fight sequence between Kate Beckinsale and Colin Farrell that reminded me stuff of Total Recall. There's a lot of great things that happen, but I also feel like this movie stands alone as a really good remake. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. Thought it was really great. It's not perfect. It may not change anybody's mind about science fiction, but for what it's worth, I think this is really enjoyable. It's a fun summer movie. I had a good time. I had a great time. What am I saying? I had a really great time watching the remake of Total Recall. I'm going to give 2012's Total Recall 3.5 stars. Please like, comment to this video, and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. And you can also go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.